Hello everybody on YouTube, it's your boy the Memphis XLR8 back at you with the 100 days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every day for 100 days we duel with a different deck every single day. Today everybody we have is a fan suggestion for a Prophecy deck, which is a deck all about the Spellbook spells. Activating our Spellbook spells, setting up the Spellbook of Fate. We got our boss monster, our bigger boss monster, and a bunch of weird things. Because, Endymion is part of this archetype. Dark Magician is technically part of the Red-eyes Dragoon is part of it. But regardless of that, we got ourselves a nice little deck here that's all about using up our spell cards, setting up some nice monsters, and just doing some stuff and some things. So we're going to go ahead into good old EDO Pro and show this deck off. Big shout out to Mr. Nesh the Owl, who asked for today's deck. And without further ado, let's go right into the action and show this deck off. Alrighty, our first opponent. Let's see what kind of hand we have here. Not the greatest opening hand, but at the very least, it's... Yeah, I can do stuff with this. I can do stuff. I can do stuff. So what we're going to do here is summon Spellbook Magician of Prophecy, old Blue Boy himself. When he's normal summoned or flip face up, I add a Spellbook spell. And that's the crux of today's episode. We're just trying to get these Spellbooks going off. They let us do a lot of things. Spellbook of Secrets adds another Spellbook card. And this is going to let us get into our draw power, which is the Spellbook of Knowledge. This is what we would call the Blue Boy combo. We're not going to use the Magician on the field. We're going to do other things. Namely, Magician's Soul. I ditch a high-level spellcaster to the grave like Endymion here. And I can special summon this monster. Good for some link materials and stuff. Get that set up. Now let's go ahead and activate the Spellbook of Knowledge. You either ditch a spellcaster you control or a spellbook in the hand. Draw 2 cards. Hey, that'll actually work rather well. Servant of Endymion. This is a link, or not a link. It's not a link mod. This is a pendulum monster. Every time a spell card is activated, this will get a counter. If I get 3 counters on it, I can summon Endymion from the deck. So we're going to go ahead and get our field spell, the Magic Citadel of Endymion. We get to put a spell counter on our servant because of the effect of our spell power mastery, and then we get another one. And so this is where we really go into the big old combos right here. We're going to go for the Magic Citadel. And we're going to go ahead and, let's see here, because I want to make Verte. Yeah, it's a weird thing. Both Endymion and Red-eyes Dragoon are, for whatever reason, part of this archetype. It's kind of weird, but I'm not complaining because it gives me extra ability to do things. Oh. Okay, for a second there, I thought he was going to hit me with something. Alright, let's go ahead and make the Verte Anaconda. Usually a dick move for Dragoon. And normally I wouldn't play him myself, but because we are playing Prophecy, and he's part of that... Ooh. Okay, well, I can negate that, thankfully. All I need to do is bounce my servant, and that'll stop that. So I'll put the counter on my Magician. And let's go ahead and copy Red-eyes Fusion. That's a nice thing about our Endymion. He gives us a spell trap negate. All I need to do is bounce a card that I can put counters on, which is why we now have Endymion's servant back. And no, I don't need to do that. And we should be pretty set right there. I've got Dragoon in his Omni Negation. I've got Endymion in his Spell Trap Negation. So long as he doesn't make a 6500 beat stick, I should be good. That I should be good with. So, yeah, that's pretty much the idea of this deck. You know, spells, more spells. And that's why I wanted to put Endymion in here, because we're playing so many spell cards that I just wanted to, get enough, get some bonus for playing all these spell cards. So, let's go ahead and bounce the field spell, because I'd rather keep my monster. I'd rather keep the monster for now, if I don't mind. I'd rather keep him. So, this is a LAir of Darkness deck. Live Twin Kiss-a-Kill. Alright, so that lets him summon forth his monster. I remember Kiss-a-Kills. They do... Basically, the whole idea of Kiss-a-Kills is that they go into one Link monster, and then they go into the other... Basically, so long as you have one Link monster, they can summon the other one, and they both have effects if they get summoned by the other monster. It's an interesting archetype. Not a very large one, but they can certainly do some stuff. They can certainly do some stuff indeed. I mean, for us, the prophecy archetype in of themselves, like, without Endymion and such, the whole idea of them, like I said, is spellbooks. You know, you get your spellbooks, you load up the grave, Spellbook of Fate lets you banish stuff. And, they used to have a really powerful card, Spellbook of Judgment, but that's banned now. We can't have banned cards, sadly. I'd play it if I could, but I can't. So, let's see here. He's got that thing. I should probably, you know what, I'm gonna let him keep going for a little longer. Eventually, you know, once he makes the pink one, I'll stop the pink one. That way he uses up some resources. So, LAir of Darkness Live Twin. Interesting combo. I've seen Live Twins combined with things like, you know, Unchained is a popular one. It's certainly a more popular version. And the thing is, I don't even have to negate this now that I think about it. Let's see. Draw one card. This card, special summon. Yeah. Because it's actually fine, because this will summon itself, and then he can target a card and destroy it. But, the thing is, he can't target or destroy either of these. And I could protect Endymion's Servant. Do I want to do that? Nah. It's all good. I don't need this too much. It's not. I already have Endymion, so it's not really a big deal to keep the Servant. It's all good. She's done what she was supposed to do. Is bringing out the big wizard boy. So long as I got big wizard boy, should be good. So yeah, he'll run over Verte Anaconda, but it's all right. Or conversely, he'll do a whole lot of nothing. All right, 2 set, 3 set. Okay, that could be tricksy. So I don't have any spellbook spells at the moment, sadly, but I do have my Citadel. So that'll give me my Spell Trap Negate. I still have my Monster / Omni Negate. All's good there. Let me think here. I do have Magistus Grimoire Crowley, just extra materials and such. And I could make a lot of things, but, you know, I'm just going to go ahead and... attack. It's going to go ahead and attack. How many spellcasters do I have in the graveyard right now? 1, 2, 3... 4. Let me think about this real quick. Let me think about the... Actually... yes. I think I do want to do that, actually. Let's summon out Crowley. And I have my other fusion card. So I'm going to pay another 2,000 life and use Magicalize Fusion. Field or grave. Fusion. Fusion, baby. Fusion. And this is going to completely annihilate my opponent, but he surrenders. Understandable. With this deck, once you start rolling, your opponent's going to have a hard time with you. I was about to summon Quintet Magician with 5 materials, which would have allowed me to, you know, basically just nuke his board, and he would not have been able to come back from that. Granted, if these are Unchained cards, he might have been able to summon some stuff. But I have Dragoons still to pop things, and I've got my negates and things, so he wasn't coming back from that. So there's our first win. We got to show off, you know, a lot of the Endymion stuff. I want to show off more of the spell books, though. I didn't get to summon either of my boss monsters, this guy notwithstanding. So let's go for duel number 2, and see if we can do some of that. Alright, here, shagging our opponent against the possessed fat man. He's a fat man, but he was possessed by the other fat man. I don't know. I don't know what he's trying to say by that name. Who knows? Alright, what do we have for an opening hand? Okay, Magicalized Fusion's back. Blue Boy is here. I've got Temperance of Prophecy. Alright. Certainly an interesting hand. My opponent did a whole lot of bupkis. Let's see here. What do I want to start with? Let's start with the Spell Power Control. Spell Power Mastery. Add any Endymion card. We'll get our Servant. We'll get Servant because she is at 1 for good reasons. So we're going to activate her. Ooh, I could Pendulum Summon. That is very tempting. And let's see here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Why not? You don't often get the Pendulum with this deck, but when you do, you get to. So we're going to go ahead and do... The thing about the Blue Boy, he has to be normal summoned for his effect to work. Plus, he's too low level to be Pendulum Summoned, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just saying, you don't want to Pendulum Summon him if you can help it. So we'll summon out some Spellbooks. Summon out Blue Boy. And hopefully Blue Boy goes off. He shall. Very good. So what we're going to do is add the Spellbook O Secrets. And so, now we're going to activate the Spellbook of Secrets. This is going to let us search more Spellbooks. Hey, hey, boo-boo. I don't know why I'm going Yogi Bear right now. Don't even ask me why. It's a mystery. Alright, so we got 2 counters there. A nice thing, since we played a Spellbook, Temperance here, I can tribute him to summon a high-level spellcaster from the deck. However, I can't summon any level 5 or higher monsters during the turn I use this. So basically, if I go for Endymion, I can't do it. Just a sad thing. But I do have that possibility. I could go for another High Priestess. I could make a lot of things and some stuff. But I'd like to have a Spell Trap negate, and just in case this is something problematic. Just in case. So we'll do that. And we got 2 counters. I can summon this Endymion by removing 6, but I currently do not have 6. And my opponent has... My opponent surrendered. I haven't even done anything yet. I mean, what? How much damage do I have on board? 28, 25, 35. I mean, that's most of his life, and I could have made Flare Metal Dragon, so... kind of understandable that he surrendered. Because, like, I had all this stuff in these things. So, yeah. I guess we'll call that our second opponent. I don't know what we were even up against. That's the saddest thing. My opponent just did not want to deal with Endymion. Alright, so regardless, let's go for duel number 3. Probably do a bonus duel or 2, because we're going through these rather quickly. A lot quicker than I figured we would. But for now, let's go for duel 3. And maybe I could actually use Priestess's effects to pop stuff. That'd be nice. Joe Schmo, what do you know? Joe Schmo, what do you know? Joe Schmo, what do you know? I'm gonna go first again. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Alright. Not... it's got potential. It's not a lot of potential, but it's got some potential, and that's good enough, I suppose. Let's have to go for it and see what happens. I mean, at the very least, we will have Blue Boy. And I also have the Spellbook O Power. This is a more going second card. Basically, if you play this, a monster gets 1,000 attack. He destroys monsters in battle. You can search a Spellbook spell. Very nice for searching the Book O Fate. But we don't need the Book O Fate right now. So we're just going to go for Spellbook O Knowledge. Ditch Power to get some more cards. Alright. I only have the one Spellcaster, and I don't have the Book of Fate. So that's sad. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Magician Prophecy for the Silent Magician. It gets 500 attack for every card in my hand. And if it gets destroyed, I can summon the level 8 Silent Magician straight from my deck. And that's a big 3,500 beat stick. So, it should be good. And I have one spell negation per turn, so I can just stop Destiny Draw. No Destiny Hero shenanigans for you if I can help it. I don't want you drawing into Ferris and going off for huge combos. I played Destiny Heroes the other day. I know how they work. I know how they work. Granted, he has Poly, so that I do have to worry about, but, you know, had to do something there. Alright, so he's making Adoration. Target a face-up hero, your opponent control... Okay, one monster opponent controls, and a hero you control. Target monster loses attack and defense equals attack of the target monster at the end of the turn. Okay. Interesting indeed. Oh, and he's actually playing Dasher. Neato. And Dominatrix. I see. Alright, so I'm about to take a smidge of damage. Just a smidge. And he did not use Dominance's effect, which is interesting. Surprised he didn't do that. But what can you do? So he's going to get to draw a card. I'm going to go ahead and use my Silent Magician. And I'm going to summon out the level 8. Which is bigger. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't use Dominance. He could have... Oh, did he draw into Honest? No. Why did he do that? I have no idea. Alright, so now I do need to worry about this dude. Because if he gets destroyed, he can summon back 3 heroes. He can't summon plasma, though, so I don't know why he sent plasma to the grave. Weird. Alright. Let me think about it. Banish a spellcaster and reveal a spellbook. Target a spellcaster in the grave, summon it and attack, equip it with this card. Okay. Let's activate Servant of Endymion. Activate the Spellbook of Life. So we're going to banish the Silent Magician, reveal our Spellbook of Knowledge, bring back Blue Buoy. And I'll get a counter there. And let's see, yes. We're going to go ahead. Let's see, equip monsters. Let's see, equip monsters. Yeah, get rid of this. Draw some more cards. Good. Good. And let me think about this. It's a difficult one because I don't have another monster right now. See, I want to negate this with my Dragoon if possible, but in order to do that, yes, I can do it. It's just going to be a tricky thing doing it. So let's go ahead and put a counter on this. And bring out Endymion. See, so long as you can get to Endymion, you're usually fine with this deck. He's just really helpful to build up stuff. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and make the dude who nobody cares. Actually, should I? Should I keep this? I'm sorry, level 8. You were helpful, but I kind of need other things. At least I got to summon you. At the very least, I can say that I summoned you once. So let's go ahead and make Dragoon. Because Dragoon's going to let me get around Dominance. I don't want Dominance being able to get him more stuff. So let's go ahead, use the effect of Dragoon. I can pop Dominance and do some damage. And he can attempt to do that, but it's not going to do him any good. And it's going to negate it with my Dragoon. Because I don't want him getting free draws and stuff. That would be problematic. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and that'll be game right there. D heroes. If you let them do whatever they want, they will run you over. But we were able to out the D hero. So there's another nice duel. Dragoon is a lot more consistent in here than I figured. Testing, he did alright, but this is actually doing rather well today. I'm very pleased. So let's go for one more duel, and we'll call it a day. Alrighty, the fourth opponent. I will say today's deck is actually doing surprisingly well, and I am very pleased about that. You know, I did originally when I was testing this deck, because I have not played Prophecy before. I was originally playing a more what do you want to call it, chaos version of this deck, which was just it was mostly just a bunch of light swarms and stuff like that added in, and that deck was okay. But it honestly felt more chaos than Spellbook, if you know what I mean. So I got rid of that one. Got rid of that one because it just wasn't Spellbook enough. Alright, let me think about this here. Because he's going to make the Maiden with Eyes of Blue. Alright. Interesting. Let me think about this hand here. Because I can make Dragoon right off the bat. That's an easy thing. That's the easy part. I want to do other stuff, though. So let's go ahead and play Endymion's Lab. This will give us some more spell counters. And let's go ahead and start off with Blue Boy. Let's see if he plays any Ash Blossoms or not. No. No Ash Blossoms detected. None of that detected. Let's see here. I'm thinking whether I want to risk the Spellbook of Knowledge on Blue Boy or not. Because I can special Crowley by ditching a spellcaster in hand. So, you know what? We'll see how it goes. Plus I have Monster Born, so not really that big of a deal. Alright, Red-eyes Dragoon. Thinking. Alright. Let's go ahead and activate Magistus Crowley. Ditch Endymion to summon this thing out here. And we'll go ahead and activate our Monster Reborn. Just a generic good tech. And I could bring back my Endymion, which is exactly what I shall do. So I can put him in the extra deck when he leaves. Very good. So let's go ahead and I figure on this next ban list, this guy is gonna get hit real hard in the face. Does Vertanicon even have a face? I'm not even sure. I mean, I guess, yeah, I mean, he does have a face, but is it really a face, or is it just a mouth? It's kind of just a mouth. Alright, so let's go ahead, Red-eyes Dragoon. Pop and do some damage. And, let's see, when a card event targets this card, special summon, the Dark Edition. Okay. Spell power control. Spell power control. Let's go ahead and get another card. And I'll put a spell counter here. Let's see. How many spell books do I have in the graveyard? I have 2. You need 3 to make Spellbook of Fate the best it can be. So I'm thinking of whether I want to... Let's see. Thinking, yeah, let's just go ahead and battle that thing. Because basically what Maiden does is when it's attacked, he can change it to defense mode and negate my attack and summon a Blue Eyes from the deck. And I'm going to be like, no, you're not. No, you're not, lad. Really. I'm afraid so. I don't want you to summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon. That thing's big. It's as big as my Dragoon. Not gonna lie. Sorry, but, you know, normally, if I was playing a less, you know, like a more casual deck, I would just let him do that. But I don't want him to do it. Not really. So I've got 5 counters on Endymion's Lab. And let's see. I need 6 to be able to bring out a big monster. So I need 1 more. Uh-oh. What is this? Levianeer. Alright. Tell me more. See, I'll let you do that. I wanted to put more counters on that. Why you be such a jerk about it, man? I'll let you bring out Levianeer. You could have at least been less of a dick about it. Alright, what is this guy up to now? See, he complains when I negate his one thing, but then I let him do stuff, and he just banished my card. How rude. You know, all I did was destroy your stuff. You banished my stuff. Alright, Hope Harbinger, big boy. Okay. I mean, that doesn't really do anything to me. I've already played my spells. I mean, I have more spells, but at the same time, I've got Red-eyes Dragoon. So, this isn't going to affect me. In fact, you're going to lose regardless, because, you know, I have my pop and burn effect. So, actually, ooh. You know what? Just to rub salt in the wound, I'm going to send my monster to the grave and bring back my Dark Magician. Because I shall summon forth the Dark Magician. He is the darkest of all magicians. Alright, so that'll be game yet again. The slightly salty Blue Eyes player. So, there's another win. You know what? Screw it. Let's go for one more. Let's see if we can get a duel without Dragoon. We'll see how it goes. Honestly, I mean, we might still need him, but, you know, I want to do more things. Alrighty, the bonus 5th duel. Don't do a lot of 5th duels this season, but every once in a while. And this guy's name is Asagiri Gen. Or Gen. I don't know what that means, but that's his name. That is, in fact, his name. Alright. The infamous set 1 pass maneuver, I see. Our opening hand is not that great. It has potential. Has a lot of potential, but not a lot of stuff. Summon a Symphonic Warrior. Is this Despots? Because I was asked to look at Despots. This might be No, it's some kind of Crystrons. Or at least it's got Crystrons in it. Yeah, so Symphonic Warrior, they're a pendulum bunch, and their main boy is Mike's here. Because he gives them an additional normie summon. Let's see. Let's see. So he's got a 7 and a 1 scale. He's got Citri. And what else? I thought this was set 1 pack. I don't even know what this is. Symphonic Warrior, Speedroids, Crystrons, and some kind of Clearwing Fast Dragon. Okay. Target a monster summoned from the extra deck. Well, let's see. Oh, that is not good. That can stop my stuff. That's not good. That might help. That might help. Okay, so let's see what we're gonna do here. Activate Magician's Souls. Ditching an Endymion, because I usually just ditch an Endymion for this sort of thing. Let me think about this. Summon forth Magician's Souls. And Magician's Souls does have another effect. I can ditch 2 of my spell traps that I don't need at the moment to draw 2 more cards. Hey. Alrighty, so I can get Blue Boy. That's certainly good. Alright, let me think about it. How many? I just got the... Okay, I got those 2. Let's say 1, 2, 3... Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Spellbook of Secrets. I just forgot what I was doing. No, hold on a second. Let me... I'm a little nervous because of the fast dragon, so... Yeah, I got Book of I need Book of Fate. Yes. Search Book of Fate. I could just flip that, but again, I don't have any monsters to actually do that with. So let's play Spellbook of the Masters. What this does is, I reveal a spellbook in the hand, and then we copy the effect of the spellbook in the grave, so I can search another spellbook card. So I'm going to search Blue Boy. That way I can make Velte Anaconda. So, let's see. Yeah, there's the 2. And I could just, let's see, on a face down or face... Yeah, I could just flip this face down. And that way I can do my thing. Let me think about this. Okay, no. What am I going to do first? Spellbook of Magician of Prophecy. Search another spellbook. Okay, this is even better. This will be even better. Search the Spellbook of Life. Okay. I'm a little worried about that set card, though. That could be an Imperm. Although, if he had Imperm, he probably would have played that. Possibly. Maybe. Okay, that's good for later. Let's go ahead and activate the Spellbook of Fate. That would normally be good, but I need to get rid of this dragon. I kind of need to kill the dragon, otherwise he's just gonna annihilate my face. So, that ought to make us good for that. Let's go ahead. I did want to make other things. I could make Crowley and add another spellbook. Or I could make Spellcaster Special Summon, remove 2 counters, target a card. Let's see. Yeah, as much as I hate to just make Dragoon every time, he really is the best starting move for this deck. You know, because he's a prophecy monster. You cannot deny that he is a prophecy monster. And my opponent, understandably, rage quits to that, because, you know, Dragoon would have just stopped his stuff. So, let's, you know, there's a duel. You know, we did get a long ways without Dragoon. I mean, I used nothing but spellbooks to get rid of the fast dragon. So, we're going to say there's another win. And let's go ahead for the end screen, because we've shown, this is the basic idea of the deck, is just get out your spellbooks, make big monsters, and, you know, there's a lot of monsters we didn't make today, but they're mostly extras. So let's go for the end screen time. Alrighty, Spellbooks did alarmingly well. Did not expect them to do nearly this well. A lot of it may have to do with Dragoon being a prophecy monster, which kind of iffy there, but you know what? Spellbooks, honestly, with a little more support, could be even better. But, you know, we were able to do the Spellbook stuff. And, yeah, I never got Temperance off. But, you know, that, like I said, that happens every once in a while. But, you know what? I enjoyed today's deck. I enjoyed it very much. I hope you guys at home enjoyed watching this deck. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed Spellbooks. Make sure you hit the like button if you liked it. And consider subbing if you haven't. And next time, we are looking at Amazoness. We have a lot of fan requests to get through, like a whole week of those. So we're going to start off with Amazoness and go from there. So until next time, your boy Memphis is going to be signing off. I'll see you guys again next time with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Action. Peace out.